Hey yo everybody, Haku here with my Tower of God chapter 329, season 2 episode 249 live reaction. Now for this, sorry if I look in pain or crappy throughout this video because I just woke up a little while ago. I actually, instead of going straight into recording, took a couple minutes because I don't know if it's food poisoning. I doubt it is because I feel like I'd be in more pain if it was. But I woke up with a lot of coughing and dry heaving this morning, and I feel like really sick. So just sorry if I cough a lot during the video, or I'll probably cut it out if I do just do a jump cut, or if I have to run out of the room for a couple minutes, and again I'll have to just jump cut that out. But sorry if there's a bunch of jump cuts or anything like that, or if I don't look in. It's not that I'm not interested in the chapter, not enjoying the chapter. If I don't look very happy at the moment. Also, yeah, my voice keeps cracking whenever I try to talk decently loud. I noticed that when I was testing the audio before recording. So, yeah, sorry if I'm not that loud either. But either way, let's get into reading this. We're starting off with a panel of Hell Joe, and we see that's Mata and them. Garam, Yuri, Bomb. Got it. I'm going to make you all regret setting foot in this place, says Joe. Is that, Hell Joe, is that his true self? That power of his is so intense that it's making me anxious. Ugh, my head, says Yuri. Yuri? Viol, here, says Garam, handing him something. She seems to have awoken at the sound of your voice, but she might not be stable yet. She'll get better if you cover her with this cloth. Bomb! Hackney yells out. I have this hangover. Why do you have a hangover even if you didn't drink? Here comes Helljoe's attack. Watch out. Gee! Oh my gosh. He's just charging it up in his mouth. Helljoe, weak beam. Man. What in the hell? Ah! The administrator's child? Well, to put it simply, that's pretty much right. And we're back to Yuri. Since it's not known that the administrator could even have children, maybe the dead administrator is trying to be reborn. Although, it's still restricted in the scope of the South City. Okay, and a lot of us, we had talked about it in the comments in Hot Q&A about, Bomb possibly using this to revive the Guardian, but maybe the Guardian's just going to end up reviving itself, you know? Well, over time, if they can make Red Thrissa not a bad guy. Either way. Oh, we're getting a flashback now, actually. I came across that monster when I came here to the Floor of Death for the last time. I found out that it had a type of power similar to that of the Administrator, although weaker. At first, I wondered what I should do. But then, I decided that it would be best to give that power to someone who could use it properly. So, I gave it to Joe, whom I met in the hole, asking him to make good use of that monster's power. So Hell Joe isn't a bad guy? Well, at least until then he was a really good kid. That's why I never imagined that he would become such a dictator. I thought that he definitely had potential. I like this. I like the story going on behind Yurik and Helljoe. I'm going to ask him once and for all when I meet him, what on earth made him change so much. Like, this is the story I'm kind of most excited for in the Floor of Death. I want to see how this gets resolved and, like, how they deal with their issues and what their relationship was like before and stuff. But either way, 43rd floor, Hell Train, Floor of Death, 18. At the same moment, the Dasa rescue team, the prison entrance, and now we see Boro, Kun, and Ryun. Hey, why Ryun? What is it? Lots of big page breaks. Before we meet this Dasa guy, there's something that I'm curious about, says Kun. Curious. What on earth kind of power does Dasa have for him to be able to beat Hell Joe? I thought he already lost to Joe before. Does he have some kind of plan? To tell the truth, did you lie to us? Lie, she says. Yeah, did you make up the whole story about your grudge towards Joe? And your real goal is not to get rid of Hell Joe, but rather meeting Dasa. You think my goal is meeting Dasa. What does that mean? Kun, what are you talking about? A lie? You saw before, that dead guide, says Boro. No, I'm certain. You may have said that you broke into the castle to get revenge on Heljo, but you're not actually interested in what Joe was doing. Plus, it's suspicious that you're using Yuri Zahard as bait when she's the only person capable of killing Heljo. That's why it seems like you came here to meet Dasa, not get revenge on Heljo. I don't think it's good to suspect people without any good reason. There are lots of other suspicious things too. First, your attitude as a guide. You came here as Viol's guide in order to find the thorn fragment, but right now you're going on a completely different journey to avenge a fellow guide. I don't think that you would prioritize your personal grudge over Viol's journey. That's not how someone would behave if they were angry about not following the standard path for the death of a companion. Second, the attitude of you and I who lost someone precious to both. So I guess I is Lali Rian's name? I don't really get the feeling that you guys are angry or sad about her death. Or Al? Al? It's a capital I, so I. Okay? I don't get the feeling that you guys are angry or sad about her death. Third, Heljo doesn't have the thorn fragment. Even if he did, FUG would have already heard about it, and your concrete goal would have been breaking into the castle and finding the thorn fragment. So, this is what I think. There's some kind of connection between that Dasa guy and the thorn fragment, and that's why you're using us to meet him. And she smiles and laughs. Surprising, you're extremely close to the correct answer. I knew it. What? What does she mean, says Boro. So, the corpse we saw before was fake? No, it's true that she was killed by Heljo, as well as the fact that I have a personal grudge toward Joe because of that. But I simply have a more important purpose as a guide. Dasa, who is in prison at the moment, is in no shape for fighting. Of course he won't be of any use in the fight with Heljo either. What I want is not his power, but rather a certain item that he has. An item. That's right. I came here to get that thing that Dasa has. It's called the Soul-Stirring Ladle. Lots of items going on this arc. Okay? Soul-Stirring Ladle now. Soul-Stirring Ladle. Yeah, it's the magical item that Dasa and Deja used when making the spirit room. You've heard the story about Dasa and Deja making the spirit room, right? One of the items that they used at the time was the Soul-Stirring Ladle. With its mysterious power to scoop up souls, the ladle plays an important role of binding souls together which have not united with one another, and it's also the only item capable of scooping up the souls in the spirit room. But isn't that what Heljo is after? You're right, but Heljo thinks that it's already broken, because Dasa smashed the ladle in front of Joe, but it's not an item that can be broken so easily. We've kept searching for that ladle that disappeared, and I, who infiltrated into Joe's castle, recently came back, and said that she saw Dasa with that ladle. Oh, so that explains why I had all the bandages and stuff as well, if she recently broke into the castle. What? So the reason that guide was killed by Joe? Yep, she had also snuck into the castle in search of the ladle when Joe killed her. We tried for a very long time to break into this place. For it's the second time to break in here, and that explains why they said that original guide was was her, like her mentor or whatever. Why on earth do you guys want that ladle? Actually, we're not very interested in the ladle itself. The one who's interested in the ladle is a guy named Madarako. Oh, and we saw Madarako way back at the, I remember the name. We saw him. He was the guy way back at the workshop battle that had the two the Daft Punk guys with him, and it was somebody, I think it was Pobit Augusting, that was the one that ended up threatening him to stop him from going after Bomb and the Thorn. Madarako from the workshop battle. That's right, he's a merchant who sided with the FUG which got involved in the workshop battle. Actually, his private army is the one who managed to sneak the thorn fragment out of the Floor of Death. It hasn't been confirmed, but there are rumors that he has another thorn fragment too. They say that since becoming the enemy of several executives at FUG during the workshop battle, he's been searching for a client to whom he can sell the thorn fragment at a proper price. What Madarako has been desperately wanting for ages is the soul-stirring ladle. Ah. Are you starting to understand what I'm talking about? We plan on finding that ladle and trading it for the thorn fragment. We may not know why Madarako wants the ladle, but we need that thorn fragment. That's why I wanted to use you guys to obtain the ladle, so I came here before you guys and prepared everything in advance. I never thought that Viol would be able to come here and get the thorn fragment, because this place isn't so simple that you can just walk in and get something done. Although, I didn't expect Viol to disappear all of a sudden, of course. Wait, that means you use Yuri Zahard purely as bait, just to distract Eljo? That's right. It would be nice if she were to beat Joe, but even if she can't, I just have the ladle. But even if she can't, I just have to get the ladle and escape from here, since I never liked her being with Viol in the first place. And it looks like that's, Rachel and Dali listening on. Even if she dies here, I don't really care. What? And then Rachel's thinking, the soul-stirring ladle. And then Dali thinks, how does she know about the ladle? Well, now that you guys know the truth, make a choice. Are you going to go with me to find the ladle and then escape from here and look for Viol? Or are you going to tell Yuri Zahard the truth and spoil the whole plan? Of course, you won't gain anything if you choose the latter. Intruders! How dare you try to steal Desa's ladle? And then Rachel thinks, Dali, I, Grand Dali, will never allow that. Now what the hell, says Boro. The soul-stirring ladle is our treasure. We can't hand it over to anyone. And he starts walking toward them. And of course we cut away. But yeah, I kind of saw that coming, is that now there's a lot of complexity going on, because they're kind of sort of enemies with Dali and them now. Since they're going after the ladle, because Dali and them are going to want to keep the ladle, and I think in the end they probably will, because I feel like that'd make it too easy for the Madarako storyline later. I think they'll end up keeping the ladle because Bomb will be like, no, we're a good guy, we're good guys, let them keep it, let them do their whole soul thing. And it might even lead to them letting people leave the Floor of Death in the future, like there's some sort of reform. And then that makes it so that Bomb or Rachel, one of the two, get the thorn fragment that's here. And then when we move on to try to get the one that Madarako has, we don't have anything to trade for it, so it's going to be even more difficult to get. Just because I think having that ladle to trade for it would almost be too easy. Though having the ladle it's possible, because it would make it easier to write them first encountering him. But either way, we'll see what CU does. We're going back to Heljo, of course, though. Did you see that overwhelming power? I was holding back, too. Well, do you all plan on cooperating with... And then, there's a noise. Hey, you little punks, where'd you all go? I freaking love Heljo. Huh? And they're all on top of, Garam's bug. Deja said that you have to defeat Heljo if you want him to tell you where the thorn fragment is, says Garam. Yeah. That crazy bastard. He may be senile, but how can he be so greedy? And we see Yuri standing up. He is quite the senile old skeleton. Yuri, Bomb, I think I just had a scary dream. Yuri, this is no time for... Do you still not understand what's going on, you troublemaker? And then Garam kicks her off. Yuri. Are you okay? You guys should escape to the North City. Be especially careful not to let her have a fit. My hangover. What about you, Garam? Heljo will be here soon. Heljo's the most powerful warrior in South City. Perhaps I could do it if I were on my own, but it's impossible for this many people to escape together. I'll go and block him, so you guys use that time to escape. No matter how important destiny may be, I can't lose you just to indulge that senile Grand Deja stubbornness. Who is this girl, thinks Yuri. I can't do that. I came here to... What? I came here to take a test. No matter how dangerous it may be, I'm going to pass the test and get the thorn fragment. I don't know what's going on, but I'm heading back too, says Yuri, since this kid's little companions are still in the castle. So that's where Kun and the others are. If that's where my companions are, then I really have to get back there, Garam. Garam, says Evan. Wait, Princess Garam Zahard? What are you doing here? Bam, says Mata, climbing up. Hakni, Mata. Bam, Hakni said he saw... What? I'm not exactly sure what it is, but Hakni saw something incredible in the future, on a whole different level from anything he's seen before. If we keep going like this, we'll all die, says Hakni. We have to take Heljo to the place that I saw in the future. What did you say? It's not far from here. There's an entrance to a hole connected to the North City. Something will appear there to help us, and of course something being Yurik, I'm betting. Something that will help us. What are you guys talking about? I'm not exactly sure, but that's the only way for everyone to survive. Please, trust him. Hakni can see the future, says Mata. He's not lying, says Bam. Hakni received eyes from Deja that allow him to see the future. We should trust him. Then Garam thinks Deja's eyes. If he has Deja's eyes, then maybe. Could you tell me in detail about the future that you saw? This happy panel with the two of them. Oh my gosh. Master Joe, says Sanchez following Heljo. How much further are you going to chase them? For now we should head back to... Shut up, you goddamn slowpokes. I'm going ahead without you, he says, and then he bursts ahead. Sir, says Sanchez. And then he's just flying through the skies. So badass. And then he dodges an attack. Ah. Yo, just Shinsu flying everywhere here. Is this going to be Yurik already? Heljo certainly looks surprised. Ah, no, they have all of them standing up to him. Since when have you guys all been on the same team? That's really cool. We have, in the distance, Garam's little henchman dude, then Mata and Hakni, Evan, Bam. Garam with... I can't tell if the weapons, you could really say it's ignited or not, but it's like, has its glowing Shinsu style now. Since when have you guys been on the same team? And Yuri in the foreground. Okay. And Garam looks. What on earth is it that's going to come out and help us? Swoosh. I hope I'm not too late, thinks Yurik. And of course it was going to be Yurik. It was always going to be Yurik. So now we get Yurik versus Heljo, which is going to be great. Yurik versus Heljo is just going to be like... I'm expecting it to be one of the best fights in the series. I'm fully putting all my expectations on that being really, really good. So yeah, I guess that's it. Especially because like Yurik has this thing going on where he has past with him, and we're probably going to get some flashbacks and some really like some good character stuff in addition to just the actual fighting. So yeah, either way. If you did like the video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of this week's chapter, what you thought of my first thoughts and reaction. I will have my review up tomorrow, as usual, hopefully. Subscribe for more Tower of God and more. Tons of anime, manga, and other stuff. Follow on Twitter if you want to try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.